Welcome to SummerSlam Saturday of 2025, coming to you from MetLife Stadium in New York, New Jersey. My name is Aaron.
And my name is Brendan.
Do us a favour by leaving us a like, leaving us a subscribe, ding-dong that notification bell, and be informed every single time Essential Wrestling News uploads a brand new video. Without any further ado, let's roll that title. SummerSlam Saturday kicked off with Roman Reigns, the tribal chief himself, teaming up with his cousin, main event Jey Uso, taking on Braun Baker and Big Bronson Reed. Now guys, I don't know what you thought of this match, but main event Jey Uso coming through the crowd at MetLife Stadium was absolutely phenomenal. In the words of AJ Styles. Co-host, what are your thoughts on this match?
This match on the whole really intrigued me. I thought it had the right splash of everything in it. The crowd looked intrigued with it. The
crowd was loud.
Yes, it met up with the storyline coming into it. Like, there's lots of connections between the match and how it all played out. I feel like the winners, Roman and Jey, deserve to win for the future coming up, because I feel like there's a possibility of a War Games match.
Okay, so, speaking of Survivor Series, ladies and gentlemen, are you saying that Seth Rollins might not be World Heavyweight Champion come Survivor Series?
That is what I'm saying, yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let us know down in the comments below what your guys' thoughts are, and let's move on to the next match.
We then moved on to Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss facing off against Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I have to ask you, what are your guys' thoughts on the Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss friendship? Co-host, what do you think?
I think there's definitely going to be quite a bit of drama throughout the upcoming months. I feel like it could be a similar type of pairing between Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton, where one of them will believe they're friends with each other, but the other one secretly planning the stab in the back weeks in advance.
We know Charlotte Flair's royalty in the business, so it wouldn't surprise me with Charlotte. But ladies and gentlemen, I have to ask you, do you agree with who won this? Speaking of that, we do have new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions in Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Let us know what your guys' thoughts are down in the comments below. We then
moved on to Sami Zayn defeating Karrion Kross in a one-on-one normals match.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I have to ask, what are your thoughts on this match? Because to me, this match was not worth a SummerSlam spot. This could have been settled on a much more lower scale than what they put it on. I do believe, ladies and gentlemen, the Sami Zayn taking on Karrion Kross was just a card filler. What are your guys' thoughts? Let us know. Co-host?
Well, my thoughts are the exact same as yours there. I felt like there was a lot of hype coming into this match, and me included as the fans, I feel quite let down. I feel the match weren't as brought up as it should have been.
This match felt flat. And guys, would you like to see Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn as a tag team? What are your guys' thoughts?
I'd say yes and no. I'd say yes because I feel like they'd work well off each other with the moves sets, but no because I also think that there'd be non-stop arguments throughout the tag team.
Yeah, and plus Scarlett played a big part of this match as well. But guys, what do you think to Sami Zayn picking up the victory over Karrion Kross? We then had the WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton taking on Jade Cargill. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I do not understand WWE. Why would you let somebody that had so much momentum after Queen of the Ring lose this match? I don't understand it. What are your guys' thoughts?
Well, I don't understand it either, really. She had so much momentum built up these last couple of months with the win she's had, as you said. Bless my mind there.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm trying to say? I just don't think it was the right move. If you're going to have this match, you should have left it later on throughout the line. So
I believe this match should have been at Mania.
Yes,
instead of Naomi, whoever Tiffany took on at Mania, I believe this match should have been a WrestleMania match. There's no other thoughts on this match.
And to say that Tiffany retained it as well, it's just not a good look on Jade now because of obviously the win she's just had in the last couple of months.
True. So we then
to Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul, who defeated Jelly Roll and Randy Orton in a tag team match. What is your thoughts on this match, Aaron? More specifically, your thoughts on Logan Paul?
My thoughts on Logan Paul. You guys on this channel know what I'm like. And I have to say it. Logan Paul, you are not a freaking wrestler. You are a full-time YouTuber. You have $1 million company. You don't deserve a WWE contract. But my hat has to go off to Jelly Roll. He's never wrestled before, but he lived out a lifetime achievement in appearing in a WWE match. Co-host?
Well, I'm going to quickly go back to your other point with Logan Paul first. I feel like, as you were saying, he's a full-time YouTuber, he's got a company, but he's doing a lot more movesets. Like, I can go to the example of the Royal Rumble, I believe it was last year, with that moonsault with Ricochet off the top ropes.
It was about 2 years ago.
About 2 years ago.
But why don't we have the fans decide on this? Because at the end of the day, we're just the presenters. It's down to the fans. Guys, let us know. Do you believe that Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul should have picked up? We know they won, Logan Paul and Drew, but should it have been Jelly Roll and Randy Orton? Last and final thoughts on this match.
I don't believe that Jelly Roll and Randy should have won, just because if they won, then the crowd would want to see more of Jelly Roll, and I believe Jelly Roll said in an interview a couple of weeks ago he only wants to do it as a one-time thing. He don't want to be brought back into doing a regular match scheme.
Okay, we then moved on to... We then had the World Heavyweight Championship match between the challenger CM Punk and the ring general himself, Gunther. But hats off to Gunther and CM Punk in this match. I mean, Brendan, did you see when CM Punk took Gunther's legs from under him on the announce table?
Yes, that move was crazy to watch.
And blood being reintroduced into WWE. Guys, I have not seen a match like that since WrestleMania 22, when it was Edge and Mick Foley in a hardcore match.
Yeah.
But at the end of this, CM Punk did pick up the victory. Co-host, your thoughts?
Well, the match on the whole was absolutely phenomenal. In my opinion, it was definitely the best match of night one. It was main event for a reason, and it paid off making it the main event. Everything just flew perfectly. I don't know what your guys, the audience's thoughts are on this match, but from my perspective, I feel like it definitely hit the spot.
I have to agree. So, CM Punk picked up the victory over Gunther. We all thought that was the end, but then the architect, the visionary himself, came out on crutches with his oracle, Paul Heyman. Now, guys, we know Seth freaking Rollins had us all fooled. I believe he even had you fooled.
Oh yes, 100%. I thought he was fully injured.
He was going around backstage on crutches. But ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm about to say. Seth freaking Rollins then cast in his Money in the Bank briefcase on already wounded CM Punk.
Brutally wounded.
Brutally wounded. Guys, I lost my mind over this World Heavyweight title match. But congratulations to the visionary himself in Seth freaking Rollins. Now, my co-host might agree, but Seth said it well. While everyone else is playing checkers, he is playing
chess.
So guys, what are your thoughts on night one? Final thoughts from my co-host.
My final thoughts are, if I had to give this show a rating out of 10 for night one, so far it would be a 7 out of 10 for night one. I feel like it had a mix of everything. There's so many unexpected twists and turns throughout the matches. You couldn't predict one match.
So guys, please stay tuned for night two. We will see you again soon for night two of SummerSlam. Adios.
Welcome to SummerSlam Night 2, Sunday. We firstly kicked off with Rhea Bloody Ripley versus Iyo Sky versus Naomi in a triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. This match had it all. I don't know about what you guys thought in the comments, but Aaron, what was your first impressions of this match?
The only bit that really choked me up was when Naomi came out with her dad playing the guitar. That was such a sentiment of Naomi. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to reiterate this, and I think Brendan will as well. We have to remember these guys work 52 weeks of the year, but this is entertainment for our own good. But going back to the match, I honestly thought Rhea Ripley would defeat Iyo Sky because we know she's never beaten Iyo Sky. But what a way to open night two. What are your guys' thoughts, Brendan?
Well, I think, again, I'm going to have to say it as I did previously on night one. The match had it all. It had a mix. The first 15 or so minutes of the match, Naomi dominated.
The crowd was loud.
You had Rhea dominate, you had Iyo. Some of the moves what were used in that match I've not seen before executed as well as they were. I don't know about you, Aaron.
But ladies and gentlemen, we have to remember the women are just coming off Evolution. Evolution 2, may I add. So what are your guys' thoughts in Naomi keeping the title? I personally agree.
And so do I.
Naomi should have kept the title, has kept the title, only because it's a first title defence. But do you see this match being over, or do you see them making magic again?
I see them making matching happening again. But I reckon it won't be all three involved at the same time. I believe it will be Naomi versus Iyo, and then after Naomi versus Iyo, the pay-per-view after, it'll be Naomi versus Rhea Bloody Ripley. And Rhea Bloody Ripley will win the championship.
As Rhea always says, Mammy is always on top. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us guys know your thoughts in the comments below. We then moved on to
the WWE Tag Team Championship match with the Wyatt Six, including who else was in it?
Fraxium. Oh, guys, help us out because I can't remember.
I can't. There's that many people.
I know it involved Fraxium, the Wyatt Six, DIY, and Motor City Machine Guns, obviously, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin.
The Street Profits.
The Street Profits. Guys, we are sorry about this, but
there was that many people in the match to just keep up with.
But this match was epic in itself. I have to say, it takes me back to my childhood era. Well, SummerSlam 2000, the very first TLC match. And don't let's forget, the Hardys were there at ringside, along with Devon. Get the table. But ladies and gentlemen, talking of the Hardys and Douglas, who is looking forward to Bound for Glory, where Team 3D will face the Hardys yet again? Brendan, what are your thoughts on the match and the match coming up at Bound for Glory?
Well, I'm going to quickly go to the other matches I was just saying, just to reiterate, that match is going to be amazing. It's going to be...
It's going to take us back to our childhood.
Yes, it is. It's going to be something different. But on the match, we're on now the TLC match. I believe the match was just chef's kiss.
Do you know what would have made it more epic if the Wyatts, if this match was later on? Because it didn't feel right.
No.
The Wyatts coming out on
the daytime.
I
feel like it perked the crowd up though for the next matches. It kept everyone just on the edge of the seats because what could happen next. But I have to get everything in this match just flowed. When the four ladders went through, all from one different corner of the ring. And
don't let's forget that Johnny Gargano's wife went through a ladder.
So could there be drama there in
guys,
coming up?
Guys, I have to ask you, was this the perfect way to represent, was it 25 years of the first TLC match?
Oh, yes.
But what are your guys' thoughts? Let us know down in the comments below.
And we then moved on to Becky Lynch defeating Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship in a no disqualification, no count out, last chance match. This match for me had its ups and downs. Aaron, what was your make on this match?
Personally, guys, I have to say it, and I'm going to probably upset my co-host here, but Becky Lynch doesn't need the recognition like Charlotte Flair. She doesn't need the recognition. Lyra Valkyria should have won, full stop. Guys, I'm sorry.
I agree.
I'm sorry, but Becky Lynch, Charlotte, they can go out for months, come back, bang, straight into a title picture. I'm not even going to comment on this match because personally, Becky's new theme tune though.
Oh.
The man has come around. She has reinvented herself time and time again.
Putting herself back on the map.
But she does have the husband to help her with that.
She does.
In the new World Heavyweight Champion.
The best couple in WWE.
The most powered couple in WWE. Better than Miz and Maurice.
Oh, easily.
But, guys, we do have a new Women's Intercontinental Champion in Becky Lynch. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
And I also believe Lyra Valkyria in the next 3 to 4 months, now she's lost this, will go on to bigger things. I believe soon she'll get a shot at the Women's Championship.
Okay. Would you like to delve in more about that, or?
Yes, I feel like I said earlier. In the next couple of months, Rhea will win the World Women's Championship, and I believe her first contestant will be Lyra, and I reckon they'll have a 2 to 3 month feud, because Lyra's only on the scale now. Lyra's just going up and up and up. She's getting so much more used to the matches. She looks like she's been there 20, 30 years. I don't know what you think on this.
I have to agree, but guys, I'm going to probably upset a lot of you now, but do you agree that Becky winning the Women's IC title, does she really need that title? Yeah, okay, it's a title to a trophy cabinet, but does she need it? Be honest with us down in the comments below, guys, because personally she doesn't need the recognition. I just don't know what to say. Final thoughts on this match?
I think Lyra should have kept the title, but I can see down the line why she's not kept the title, and I agree as well with that. Becky don't need this title. She should have gone into
the main event picture. She's royalty, just like Charlotte, but that is a topic for another time, ladies and gentlemen.
All Charlotte needs to do is just click the fingers, and they have the opportunities running.
We then had the United States Championship match between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu inside a 15-foot high steel cage. Guys, I'm handing this over to my co-host only because I believe he's got some very interesting thoughts.
Might upset a few of you people watching this, but I believe this match just wasn't it. To me, it felt like two school kids playing in the playground. I feel the match on a whole was just sloppy. Every 5-10 seconds you had Solo trying to open the door and trying to leave, and it was just...
Are you saying that Solo wasn't the right person for Jacob? I have to agree. Jacob felt underused in that match. I have to agree. But I did like the ending. We know Solo retained, but when Jimmy Uso came out to help Fatu at the end and throw, I think it was both one of the Tongas and
Tonga low, I think.
Yeah, and the other Tonga in for Jacob. That was the highlight. And the moonsault he did off the cage.
Oh, it's at the very top, yeah. That's what I mean. They waited for him to use his moves after the match was finished. While the match was there, you just had him non-stop getting involved. And when he broke the handcuffs on top of the cage...
Oh my God, that was insane. I mean, how the...
But what I don't understand is why did they make him break the handcuffs for him then to get booted with the door for Solo just to walk out?
He sort of fell out the cage.
Yeah, but no, when he booted the steel cage onto Fatu's face to let Solo fall out. Yeah.
So guys, what are your guys' thoughts on this match? Let us know down in the comments.
It was like two school kids just trying to play tag in a playground. We then moved on to the Intercontinental Men's Championship match between Dirty Dominic Mysterio, your reigning champion versus AJ Styles. Before I even get people my thoughts on this, I can tell by Aaron's face, he's got quite a few things to say about this. So I'll leave the floor to you, Aaron.
Guys, I'm sorry, but Dominic Mysterio has played on his medical for so bloody long now. Yes, he's a good champion. Yes, he gets a lot of heat. Yes, he used a lot of Eddie Guerrero's moves in this match. But I do not reckon this rivalry is over with AJ and Dom. I do not. But I am going to just mention AJ Styles coming out in the lowrider now.
That was something different.
Brendan, what's your thoughts?
On the match, I didn't think the match had many problems with it. I thought the moves were good. Say Dominic was using quite a few of Eddie's moves. I think it was good to see AJ Styles have a longer match. I think it's one of the longest matches he's had in the last couple of years.
And I do believe Michael Cole said this would be AJ Styles' last SummerSlam.
Yep.
So, guys, but
what's going to happen with
Brendan, sorry, do you believe that the Wyatt match should have been, the TLC match should have been here, and this match should have been where the TLC match is?
I think no, just because the moves what we used, I feel like looked better in daylight for the camera footage. Well, obviously, when they were jumping off each corner and stuff, if it was in the dark, I don't think it would have given the match that oomph.
Okay, but yes, Dominic Mysterio did retain his IC title only because his boot came off, may I add. And guys, I mentioned this earlier, but when Liv Morgan returns, I think her Dominic's in a lot of trouble.
Oh, yes. And what's going to happen with Dirty Dom and Finn Balor? Because that's gone quite quiet.
Yeah, that's interesting. Remember, last year at SummerSlam, Finn Balor did cost Damian Priest the World Heavyweight Championship. So, guys, what are your guys' thoughts? Let us know in the comments. We then bring SummerSlam to a close with the main event of night 2 for the WWE Championship. John Cena taking on
the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
But guys, I have to ask, why turn John Cena back to babyface? I don't get it. For months he said he's wanted to ruin wrestling, and they've turned him back babyface. Brendan, what's your thoughts?
I believe Triple H has made the decision here for him to move back to a babyface, just because now John Cena said openly in interviews he wants to have his last couple of months of just casual matches, not too competitive. So I believe
and Triple his filming schedule as well.
I believe Triple H is moving back to a babyface so the fans can fully love him for the character they've loved for the last 20 years, for the last couple, 3, 4.
So guys, I'm going to ask you and then I'll ask Brendan, do you believe that Cody Rhodes is going to turn heel or not?
I don't believe so. Now, I believe if he lost this match and if John Cena was pretending to be a babyface again and then did another stitch up like he did a few months back on Cody, I believe he would have switched heel. But now he's won the title, I believe he wants to keep the fans on his side.
I have to agree with you, but can I just say that the respect between Cody and John Cena after the match was insane. And I honestly think when John Cena did a certain signal, I believe that might have been it. But that wasn't all, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no, it wasn't. You thought that was it.
So, guys, after 2 long years, the Beast Incarnate himself, Brock
Lesnar,
is back within WWE
for the remaining of future, or who knows.
Well, I do believe that it was John Cena's idea to bring Brock Lesnar back. But guys, we know there's still a lot of controversy around Brock Lesnar. We are going to ask, if you have got your own thoughts on this, please do keep it to yourselves, because we have our thoughts. We're not going to share reviews. We'll probably do another video on that another day. Brendan, final thoughts on the whole of SummerSlam?
Absolutely amazing. I think both nights, there was maybe 1 or 2 matches what underwhelmed me, but majority of the matches were absolutely amazing to watch, and I'm looking forward to seeing the new storylines, what could unfold now.
So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, if you have made it till the end, thank you millions. But you guys know what to do by now. Leave us
a like,
subscribe, ding dong that notification bell, and be informed every single time Essential Wrestling News uploads a brand new video for your guys' faces, and we will see you again soon with more wrestling content. Adios.